House Republicans refuse to give up on their sham of an impeachment inquiry, this time trying to turn two witnesses who lack credibility largely into their new star witnesses because their last one's been indicted for lying at this second hearing that somehow ended up worse for Republicans than the first one did, as Democrats again showed up just ready to fire and with ease dismantled and exposed the fraud of an impeachment exactly for what it is: a waste of taxpayer dollars. And it seems that they, in fact, didn't get much from the Hunter Biden private testimony that they were pulling for and pushing to have for weeks and months at a time, as they opted not to even play a single minute of it at this hearing. So I want to look at some of the best moments from fiery responses to the truth coming out. And let's start with none other than AOC.
Did you witness the president commit a crime? Is it your testimony today?
Yes.
And what crime have you witnessed?
How much time do I have to go through it?
It is simple. You name the crime. Did you watch him steal something?
Corruption statutes, RICO and conspiracy.
What is it? What is the crime, sir?
You
specifically.
You asked me to answer the question. I answered the question.
No.
RICO, you're obviously not familiar with. Corruption statutes.
Excuse me, sir. RICO is not a crime. It is a category. What is the
It's a category of crimes that you're then charged.
You have charges.
A long 100.
You have charges. Sir, please
name the exact statute under RICO.
Yes.
I swear, nobody does it better than AOC. The point of these witnesses is to be as vague as possible, just in hopes that the sound bites can do some damage to Biden's image. They know largely the impeachment probe is dead in terms of actually pushing it forward, and this guy could never name the specific crime that he saw Joe Biden do because, surprise, surprise, there isn't one. And he can just vaguely gesture to statures and say, well, this, and think of it like this. You own a store and somebody comes in and steals some candy, right? So you call the cops. You're not going to say, it was theft, arrest him, and leave it at that. You're going to tell him what he did or what he stole that constituted the theft. So just saying, well, RICO isn't enough for a crime when, one, RICO isn't a crime, it's a category of crimes, and two, you're not listing what he did to constitute any of the crimes in RICO. And saying, well, he took bribes or took money is just begging the question, because that's what this impeachment inquiry is set to prove. And you can't prove the truth of your answer by asserting the answer. Basically, they're saying Joe Biden did RICO because he took bribes. Okay, well, prove that he took bribes. Well, we know that he took bribes, and that's why we're charging him with RICO. It's circular, and you can never reach the truth in this way.
The majority has been relying upon the testimony of someone who's currently sitting in federal prison. And we know that your company is the company of somebody who's been found liable of fraud, as well as defamation, as well as sexual assault, and for whatever reason can't pay his bills at this point in time. But I'm going to ask Mr. Parnas, so this is a question to him. Are you aware if Trump had any associates that have been found guilty of anything?
Yes, lots of them.
Lots of them.
Me included.
You included.
This is just so beautiful. They're all acting at the behest of Trump, and within seconds, she instantly shows how he's not a credible person or someone who should be followed or taken orders from, because this is also the failed former president, liable for fraud and sexual assault, twice impeached with 91 charges, can look not as bad when standing next to Joe Biden. And then the way she tied in his associates as all fraudulent and criminal as well, and got the witness to point out like, hey, I'm one of these criminal associates. I fit that bill. I mean, for Christ's sakes, they should have ended the hearing right there. It was over. Democrats are just so much better at politics. It's crazy. All Republicans have is this fear mongering and playing clips out of context.
I'll sum it up. I assume you believe he should be impeached, but my point is that the chairman has not yet moved for that. And so, look, Chairman, we got like 3.5 minutes here. I mean, let's just do the impeachment. I mean, why continue to waste millions of dollars of the taxpayers' money if we're going to impeach because you believe you've shown he's committed a high crime and misdemeanor? What are you waiting on? Let's just do it. I mean, by the way, we got Chairman Jordan here also, the double chairman. Why aren't you guys calling for the vote in your committee? When is it going to happen? When can we tell the American people you're going to stop wasting their money and just call for the vote? on impeachment.
Gentlemen, Gentlemen, you?
Sure.
We don't do snap impeachments like you guys. We actually do the facts. We do oversight according to the Constitution.
You're never going to call for it. You're never going to call for it. I mean,
now you can predict. You can predict the future. How do you know?
You guys only have 6 more months probably in power, right, until the election. So are you to do it in 2 months?
He just perfectly called their bluff. They say, oh, it's a lock. We know that he did it for sure. He 100% committed these crimes. And they used that as their justification to keep investigating. But if you're really so sure, if you're sure and your witnesses who are so credible say they saw him do these crimes, why keep wasting taxpayer money on investigating? Why not go ahead and impeach? It should be clear in that regard that they don't have anything, they're fishing for it. The Trump impeachments led to convictions. Let's talk to Paul Manafort about that, right? Theirs has led to nothing, just debunked claims that they have earlier made. And now it's clear that they have no intentions of stopping this nonsense anytime soon. They're going to keep trying to milk this for political points and to hinder Biden as long as they can, and it doesn't matter to them how many taxpayer dollars they have to waste to do it. If you enjoyed this video, we're Social Society. We're a commentary channel influenced by politics, society, and the economy. We are pretty left-leaning on this channel, but we're open to our right-wingers as well. The biggest thing here is having conversations that get everyone to the bottom of the truth. If that sounds like something that could interest you, consider smashing that subscribe button, leaving us a like, or even commenting on this video. We even have memberships available for as low as $3 if you'd like to support, because the only way we become a society is together.